KSL News at 10 starts now.
Fire threat coming up here before we know it. In southern Utah right now, that threat has arrived. Check out this wild scene around I-15 in Beaver where crews scrambled by air and by ground here to get on top of all that brush fire burning right next to the freeway. In northern Utah, the fire danger is only going to climb as temperatures do the very same thing.
Yeah, firefighters across Utah are warning tonight that everything is starting to dry out rapidly. We have team coverage on Fire Watch. Kevin's tracking a stretch of 90-plus degree days. Yeah, we're going to start things off with Andrew Adams, who talked to firefighters who say now is the time for caution. Andrew?
Well, take a look at this. I mean, it's a field like you'd find in most parts of the valley. It's drying out, still a lot of green, but firefighters say that's going to change in a hurry.
These are the light fuels. This is the stuff that lights really easy.
Along a stretch where most people might not see much.
A lot of growth.
Firefighters see too much.
With all that moisture and water that we did receive, we're seeing a larger undergrowth than we typically do.
Kelly Bird says a field like this offers plenty of hazard, especially as conditions start to dry out in the July heat.
And we're going to experience probably some of that fire threat coming up here before we know it.
Far south of here, in Beaver, crews say it didn't take much for this human-caused brush fire off of I-15 to spread. Firefighters quickly attacked the flames from the air because they didn't want to risk it with windy conditions.
A lot of times there's homes right next to it, and so there's a pretty good risk of those homes catching and different properties that we just don't want to see happen.
With brush still waiting to brown up north, fire crews are urging people to be cautious, saying just a spark can cause a major problem.
They just take the precautions and the measures to help us help themselves and not allow anything to happen.
Well, firefighters do have some words of warning for people. They're saying if they're towing something, don't drag chains. Of course, don't park a hot engine over dry grass. And depending on the circumstances, fireworks and targets shooting could also be problems. As for that fire in Beaver, it is now contained. Freeway back open. Back to you.
We can all have a huge impact on how this fire season goes. Andrew, thanks.
For the first time this season, a red flag warning is in place for parts of Utah. The warning is in effect for San Juan and Grand counties, at least until tomorrow night. That includes Blanding, Moab, and Monticello. Wildlife officials or wildfire officials say right now the danger is so high due to hot temperatures, the drying vegetation out there, as well as strong winds. They're asking folks to avoid any activities which could cause sparks. Kevin, join us right now. Kevin, it was a hot one today, wasn't it?
It was definitely hot all around the state of Utah, and temperatures are only going to climb over the next couple of days as high pressure kind of nudges over the west. 96 in Ogden, 97 in Salt Lake City, Hanksville to 99, St. George to 101, Logan in the upper 80s. We did have a few clouds, some gushes of wind, and even a few little scattered showers that produced some real strong storms. We had hail reported up near Bear Lake today. Even this late hour, storminess rolling out of Idaho into Wyoming. Another line of thunderstorms out over the northern tip of the Great Salt Lake. Coming up, we're going to talk about how hot it gets for the weekend, what that does to the fire danger, as well as the full 7-day forecast in just a minute.